Hello and welcome to Hello and welcome to Sav Reads Tarot. I am Sav and I'm here to read some tarot. Today is also, if I'm not mistaken, today is also the Pluto Cazimi. I think it is. Pluto just moved into Aquarius in November, and the sun moved into Aquarius yesterday. Or no, on the 19th. So Sunday it moved into Aquarius. And I like this because I am an Aquarius sun, but I also am have a very hefty Aquarius stellium going on, so most of my, over half of my personal placements are in Aquarius. So I like Aquarius season, but Pluto in Aquarius and meeting the sun, that's the first and last time, well, not the last time, it'll happen every year for the next 19-ish years, but Pluto in Aquarius is happening for the first and last time in our lifetimes, and naturally, like, you know, there's a new energy that we're just not really used to. So for me personally, it feels tender. I don't really know how else to describe it. It just kind of feels like it's tender. It's just I don't know. It's like being bruised and having that bruise brushed up on, and that's just how it feels today. So I'm kind of personally not going out of my way to investigate it. I'm just trying to sit with it and be aware of it, as not to like shut myself down to myself. But if anybody else is feeling just inexplicably tender today, that's why. So with that, let's get some cards. The Wheel of Fortune is popping out, but we're still shuffling, so but we can keep that in mind for later. The Lovers. That was fast. Oh gosh, sorry. I had to adjust myself. Okay. Temperance. And Queen of Wands. Interesting. I feel like so there's a relationship. And this could even be because like the Lovers is something like it's two becoming one, right? On like a really deep soul level. It's becoming unified. It's a lot more sensual in nature, whereas like the Two of Cups kind of also, you know, represents two becoming one, and you know, unification. Oh my God, becoming unified. And that's more of like in like a contractual way, in like the terms of this agreement kind of a way. But with the Lovers, it's I personally a lot of times we'll see the Lovers come out and it's very much like referencing like coming into, you know, union with self, where like, you know, the different parts of us can become integrated. And so I'm kind of like, I am kind of getting that sense here, but I also am getting the sense of like there's a relationship. And so but they're two in the same, you know, to be able to become one solid unit with somebody else, you have to be a solid unit yourself. And a lot of people aren't, and that's not anyone's fault. Like, it happens. People grow up with different circumstances and situations that make it difficult to become integrated with themselves. But whether it is yourself as you are, or a relationship that you are already in or want to be in with somebody else, there is a call for balance to be made. And the balance to be made is by like stepping into your own sense of self-empowerment, like stepping into your magic, stepping into your you know, creative, curious, powerful, magical energy, and knowing that like if like whatever your ideal image is of this like unified energy, like you step into it, you know, confidently, and that'll kind of you know, that will bring the balance required. We have Ace of Pentacles, and the Hermit. So so that is God, this is like so cliche, but you have to like be able to be secure in yourself, by yourself. You have to be able to, you know, look within, and you know, the security and the safety and the stability and just being able to like ground in the physical is in you. And you have to be able to find that and like know it and feel it, to, you know, be empowered in that way. And then we have Death. So, so I think whatever, this is interesting because I keep getting like kind of torn between this talking about a very like internal dynamic that's like between you and you, but also really feeling like there has to be like a, you know, an external relationship. But I think that is just really reflective of the phrase, you know, as within, so without. And it's like, it's not either or, it's both. It's this and that. It's, you know, the changes that occur with one will just automatically like begin to change the, you know, whatever is on the outside. And so in thinking about it that way, though, it's important to recognize that anybody who is not like just, you know, naturally upon awakening feeling like safe and secure and stable and confident and empowered in themselves, it is, you know, way more likely than not that you probably went through some stuff, you know, when you were younger, whether it's a, you know, as a child or a teenager or even a young adult. You went through things that, you know, altered your sense of self and your ability to feel entitled, you know, to the moment and entitled to life and what life has to offer. It's not uncommon. It's not unique. That is a very, very common struggle among people. I would probably even say that more people than not struggle to feel like they are, like it is their right to life to you know, enjoy and to feel like they belong and to feel like they deserve to be here and like they deserve to experience love and connection. And so you know, death is actually one of my favorite cards. This is very Plutonic, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, this does have a lot. This does have a lot of Pluto in it today. Because that is like, you know, the energy of Pluto is being, oh my gosh, this is making a lot of sense now, because it is the Pluto Cazimi today, which, you know, if you think of Pluto being like the underworld and the wounds, right? The what is bruised, and the sun being the primary, brightest, hottest luminary, is just shining a spotlight on those wounds, on the underworld, on your, you know, your personal underworld. And so oh my god, this makes so much sense now. So with that spotlight, you know, coming in and being like, here's everything, here's the wounds, here's the, you know, the underworld of your psyche. You are maybe at first glance wanting to hide from that, right? Wanting to hide under the covers and be like, no, it's tender, it hurts, it's, oh, I gotta like, you know, snuggle up and hide until this passes. And it's like, no, like, have a funeral. You know, allow things to come up, allow whatever is being touched to also be tended to. So if you have wounds that are feeling achy and tender and it's just upsetting and you just want to go and hide, it's like, be soft and gentle and, you know, tender with yourself, but do it in a way where you can kind of like see things that need your attention, that are, you know, interfering with your ability to be safe and secure and stable and whole within yourself, look at those things, because there is a huge spotlight on them. So there might be things that you had never even like thought of or realized were there, that have been causing issues with you, and now is your chance to be able to see like what that is and lay it to rest. You know, lay it to rest. Allow things to be laid to rest. Because I think there's kind of like an assumption sometimes that when we have wounds and we gain an awareness of them, that there has to be this whole like super long, drawn out, you know, process of like figuring them out and understanding them and dissecting them and da-da-da-da. And that's just not actually the case a lot of the times. Sometimes the case is seeing something for what it is and being like, well, I didn't deserve that then, and I don't deserve to be haunted by this now. And I'm gonna let you go because you don't belong. I'm not trying to have this follow me everywhere I go for the rest of my life. And just let it go. Which I know sounds easy. I know it sounds easier. It's easier said than done. It is easier said than done. It sounds, you know, it sounds so simple and so easy, but it is simple. It is simple, and it also takes especially with like the Queen of Wands and like the Hermit here, it takes a lot of willingness to not identify with your wounds, which can be really hard. And I can relate to that being hard. It took me a really long time to figure out how to not have my identity be like my trauma and my wounds and what happened to me. You know, like every bad relationship that I had, it was like, oh, well, I have daddy issues. Like, and it just, I had to stop identifying as that at some point, because that's just is what it is. And so you have to let this wounded identity and all the things that come with it like die, because it's just like it's preventing new life from occurring within you. Okay. All right, I have the Fool and Six of Pentacles, which actually feels like a really good finale. I have Six of Swords here on the bottom though, and actually that is important and notable in my opinion, because this is the do it scared card to me. Like, that's what I always think is do it scared. Some people have a little iterations of that, but you know, killing your not killing, but allowing, you know, this old identity that truthfully has been trying to die for a long time anyway, is hard. It is simple, but it's hard. And so do it, you know, even if you're scared, even if you're doubtful, even if you're insecure, like, do it anyway. Tread those waters anyway, and do it with, you know, kindness and love. Like, really, like, pour all of the kindness and the love that you have wanted from others your whole life over those wounds, so that like it's like if somebody's on hospice, giving them morphine so that they can go, you know, just be really like so kind and just empathetic and loving and serviceable to these parts of yourself, and do it knowing that it's gonna work out, okay? Because the other thing about these wounds and these identities that we carry is that they're really loud when we're trying to let them go. They try to talk us out of it. They try to, you know, plead and beg and cry out for help and for, you know, to not be let go of. And you have to, you know, with that love and that kindness and that sympathy for, you know, yourself and your heart, say, no, like, I'm letting you go, because I know that whatever is ahead of me, where I want to be moving, is bigger and more beautiful than I ever could have imagined, and I can't go there when I'm carrying you guys with me, and you deserve to rest anyway. And just take advantage of the energy that, you know, is today, because it is painful. And it is kind of like dark and scary and dingy, but it is useful. And if you can see it as useful, and if you can see it as a means to an end to get to where you want to go and who you want to be and where you want to be and who you want to be with and all that stuff, then, you know, then it doesn't feel so dark and dingy and scary, and you can see it for what it is, which is, you know, useful. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that it resonated. I do offer one-on-one personalized readings, and for many reasons I'm, you know, willing to kind of, I don't have set prices right now. I'm more willing to kind of negotiate prices for readings for a lot of reasons. So if anybody wants one, feel free to reach out. And yeah, I hope that everybody has a beautiful day tending to their wounds.